That is perfect. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of All About the Music, right? And I am very excited to be talking about music to you guys. I'm trying some different visual things, just, as a nice visual entertainment for you guys. So I don't usually dress like this. But we're trying some different things to become famous. Sometimes you have to dress different. Sometimes you have to put shaving cream on your face. Sometimes you have to make weird voices. Fortunately for me, I have a weird voice already. I'm from the South, and I know it's weird. Southerners know that they sound weird, and they talk like this anyway. Anyway, today's video, I've got all kinds of musical documents on my computer, and I'm sort of going through them, and some of them are good ideas for shows, some of them are not. But today I came across a file on my computer that was albums that are 100% rocking from beginning to end, perfect albums. And I've got some honorable mentions that were so close to being perfect. Okay, so today we're going to go through the, I don't know how many there are. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 9. There's 9 that are perfect, and then there's 2 honorable mentions. Okay, and we're going to jump right in, and we'll get you a good shot of all of them laying in the floor looking awesome at the end. Now some of these would be considered classic albums by these bands, but I feel like I've got a good, unique list here that I don't feel like a lot of people would consider these to be the highest point of these artists' careers. But for me personally, these albums are the best of the best of the best of the best. So are you guys ready? I had to get a chair. I've been killing my knees making these videos. No jokes. Alright, are you guys ready to start? Let's start with some honorable mentions. I gotta get these. Honorable mentions. We're gonna start with my 2 honorable mentions. Okay, you guys ready? Close to Perfection. And this band shows up a couple of times on my list. This is my first honorable mention. Okay, this is Crimson by Alkaline Trio. It is their 2005 album. A lot of great pop punk coming out in 2005, and this thing is amazing. It was their follow-up to another one that's coming up on my list. But just a great album. Check out the album artwork. There's maybe like one weaker song on this thing, but it's by Vagrant Records. Just fantastic. If you haven't heard that and you're a fan of pop punk, now Alkaline Trio, they're one of my favorite bands, but there's a lot of their albums that I don't necessarily enjoy, and this one and Good Morning are just mind-blowing in comparison to the rest of their work. Some of their other albums are not to my liking. Okay? Not to my liking. So, that was my first honorable mention. Next honorable mention is going to be... We gotta find it, guys. We gotta find it. I had some of these out of order. I'm not Pete Pardo from Sea of Tranquility. Hey, guy, if you're watching this, I'm covering the stuff that you don't like, the 90s alternative grunge and pop punk that you don't like, which is fine. Like you say, Pete Pardo from Sea of Tranquility. Okay, my next honorable mention goes to Linkin Park's 2007, I believe. Let's find out real quick. Yeah, produced by Rick Rubin and Mike Shinoda. This thing is just banging from beginning to end. Well, almost. Let's see. Let me figure out why this one did not quite make my list, why it's an honorable mention. I'd say maybe In Between or In Pieces. I'd say In Between and Wake are probably the 2 tracks on here that prevented this from getting a perfect score. This is a fantastic album by Linkin Park. I really appreciated the difference in sound that they were brave enough to do on here. Some people called it selling out. I called it making great music. Fantastic album by a fantastic band. I'm excited and worried and scared that without Chester Bennington, he was just that voice. I don't think, and I know they don't want to replace him. It's going to be sort of like a Queen situation where, they have somebody fill in for vocals, but you can't replace Freddie Mercury. You can't replace Chris Cornell. You can't replace Kurt Cobain. You can't replace Chester Bennington. I don't know anyone who can sing even close to what he was doing. There's nobody. So I would appreciate an album by Linkin Park if it was maybe perhaps Mike Shinoda singing mostly lead vocals and maybe have somebody else take over the secondary vocals. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. We're gonna move on to albums that are 100% rocking. Are you guys ready for my, they're not necessarily in order. I tried to rank them real quick before I made this video, but we're gonna jump into it really quick. We're gonna jump into it. So, starting with, and this is a band that's going to show up twice on this list, I believe. One of my favorite bands. Just love it. And I hate that this CD's kind of gotten some wear and tear on it, but man, this is Weezer's. It's one of their only. It's their only non-self-titled album with like a cover like this, but it's got a title. It's Make Believe. And this, a lot of people don't like this Weezer album. It's one of those Weezer albums that gets a lot of hatred. People like, and Beverly Hills was a huge hit, right? Beverly Hills was a huge hit, but people just hate it. They love to hate it. Perfect Situation. This is such a pity. Hold Me, Peace. We Are All on Drugs. The Damage in Your Heart. Pardon Me. There's just something about this album. I got a lot of emotional, I got a lot out of this album as far as just powerful lyrics. Maybe the music wasn't so experimental, but, produced by Rick Rubin. Holy crap. I think, holy crap, are all these produced? Nope, I got Jerry Finn and then Rick Rubin on this one. So I got Rick Rubin. I think he loves his black and white artwork, and he loves, I don't know what Rick Rubin does, but man, he's made some fantastic albums, some great bands. So there you go. There's my first perfect album. Weezer's Make Believe, 2005, I believe, somewhere in there. Okay, are we ready for my next choice? Okay, this is one that probably, I don't know that anybody bought this album except for me. And I don't know of anybody that likes this band except for me. If there are any Everclear fans out there, please like and subscribe. Everclear was my favorite band for many years. I kind of, after the lineup changes, which shouldn't have made a difference because Art Alakakis said he is Everclear, but there was a massive drop in quality with the lineup changes. I don't know if it was different reasons behind that. Maybe Art was just doing some different things, but wow, that's weird. I've never noticed that. Their faces are blurred out in some of the artwork. It's weird, but this is my a perfect album right here. Let me get you Invisible Stars. It's Everclear's 2012 album. It's their second or third release after the lineup changes. And, I started to kind of fall out of love with Everclear after their massive lineup shakeup. And I felt like they were never going to make a good album again. After Welcome to the Drama Club was just one of the worst albums by one of my favorite bands, in my opinion. But this returned to form right here, and I don't know that it did anything. I don't feel like Everclear has been getting good promotion by any of their record companies. But this was produced by A.P. Alakakis, the lead singer, and mixed by Bob Horn, released by E1 Music. And this is just solid front to back, from Tiger and a Burning Tree to Promenade. Some of my favorite Everclear songs appear on this late era record. Be Careful What You Asked For, Wishing, Please. I remember I have some real emotional stories that go along with this 2012 album. I was going through my first divorce, and I remember driving around listening to Wishing, and it breaks my heart. So Everclear, I wish they got a little bit more recognition. They were popular in the 90s, and they've kind of fallen off the map, but they're still making good quality music. There's another perfect score album. Okay, you guys ready for the next one? We're gonna jump in with a Flogging Molly album. Check it out. I absolutely adore this album. It's a beautiful album. Check it out. You got all the gang here, right? You got the whole band. Really just fantastic album right here. Okay, we're gonna jump in. Check it out. We got, with this album, you got Screaming at the Wailing Wall. This was released in 2004. You guys can tell I fell in love with music as a young child, but in the 90s, the late 90s and early 2000s is just when I was gobbling up music as fast as I could. Flogging Molly was a really cool discovery. Heard them on, I think, Walmart Radio of all places. I think that's where I heard My Chemical Romance for the first time too. But this is just, it's got Lucinda Williams on here, which this is how I discovered her, and she is an amazing singer, amazing songwriter. Whistles the Wind. I love sad songs. I'm a sucker for sad songs. And Flogging Molly, they are the kings and queen of sad songs. Just powerful, emotional, political. There's some spoken interludes on here, some traditional Irish songs, produced by Ted Hutt, sort of an unfamiliar name in the rock world. But this is on Side One Dummy. I like a lot of records off that punk rock label, and that is amazing. All right, moving on. We gotta keep things rolling, baby. Rolling. Keep rolling through the reviews. All right, moving on. This is interesting. Guess what? There's another Flogging Molly album. Okay, this thing came out in 2007. Okay, I believe it was it's Side One Dummy release again, but this is another beautiful digipack. If you guys aren't familiar with Flogging Molly, this is an amazing, if you like pop punk, if you like punk rock, if you like Irish music, I know a lot of people prefer the Dropkick Murphys, cousin. If you like Dropkick Murphys, do yourself a favor. This is very similar, but to me, better, a lot better. And this album just really impressed me with the songwriting, the production, produced by the band themselves and Ryan Hewitt. They don't really have any big name producers, but Ryan Hewitt basically, did everything on this album with the band. Float is an amazing single by this band. I think they had a little bit of success with it, right? No More Patty's Lament, Between a Man and a Woman, is a song dedicated to Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash was a huge influence for this band, and you can hear it all over this album. Just powerful, powerful, emotional Irish punk rock. Punk rock! Punk rock! Ah, punk rock! Man, it feels good to not be wearing a mask. I have to wear a mask at work now, which is fine. I feel like, I probably should have been wearing it earlier. Anyway, let's move on to the next one, shall we? Here's another one by, this is gonna match my shirt. Alkaline Trio. Alkaline Trio, Flogging Molly, and Weezer, all getting a lot of love on these perfect albums, right? This is, I'd heard some earlier songs by Alkaline Trio. I think Stupid Kid was the first song I'd heard by them, right? And this one, so I'd heard Stupid Kid, I loved it, downloaded it illegally, legally, I mean, and then, so I didn't really buy an album until this came out in 2003. I was a high school senior and just was buying up all the pop punk, anything related to Green Day that I could snatch up, and this was just an amazing find. Released on Vagrant Records, this had the singles We've Had Enough, Please Turn That effing Radio Off, Ain't Nothing on the Airways But the Despair We Feel, Oh, It Said We've Had Enough, Put a Walk Among Us on and Turn It Up, Ain't Nothing on the Airways Than the Despair We Feel. I got some of the words wrong, but you guys wanted some singing. I was starting to lose you guys there. Right, so this is Matt Skiba, who would go on to join Blink-182, which is very exciting for me, being a fan. That was just really cool. I couldn't imagine anybody else joining Blink-182, right? Although it could, somebody else could still join later on. Anyway, this album is perfect. Every song on here is fantastic. Some of the best songwriting, gothic, satanic stuff. I'm not a huge fan of this satanic lyrics, but just like most of that, there are some bands that actually worship the devil, but most of the ones are they've kind of been fed up. They've had enough with organized religion or religion in general. And they have their reasons, and it's okay to disagree about things like that, right? Personally, I am a religious person, but that's a topic for another day. Maybe we'll do a video about spirituality and music. How about that? That would be an interesting way to talk about rock and roll, spirituality, God, and the church. Maybe, I don't think anybody's talking about that. The connections between rock and roll and God and spirituality. I feel a huge spiritual connection to rock and roll, and it's I feel like I feel like it's a gift from God. I really feel like rock and roll is it's been my I don't want to say my salvation, but it's been my beacon, and it's been my sanctuary when I have otherwise had none. And I thank God for rock and roll. I really do. I feel like it was put into my life for a reason, and I'm not destined to be a rock star. I'm just past the age for that, but it could still happen. Maybe somebody out there, I would take a record deal right now. This shaving cream nose thing it gets the ladies. So let's go on to my next pick. This is one that may end up on a lot of best lists. This is an album that got a very controversial album at the time. It's another Weezer album. It's Pinkerton, right? Pinkerton. Oh my gosh. So me and my parents loved Weezer. My dad's earlier computers came with the Buddy Holly video, And my mom, my dad, everybody in my family loved Weezer. We all, like I bought their CD, shortly after I got into Green Day and Blink-182. Weezer was the next obvious step. And this one I got the blue album, maybe got the green album, but I don't know exactly what order I got them in. But this thing, okay, let me get up better. This thing, yeah, this is one of my favorite. I like this one better than blue. Okay, and I know a lot of people disagree with that, and a lot of people are kind of back and forth on this one. Some people think it's the greatest thing Weezer's ever done. Some people think it's trash. Some people liked it at first, now they hate it. A lot of people hated it first, now they love it. Unfortunately, the band themselves now hate it. But this thing, I just, maybe I shouldn't even say this on the internet, but I relate to Pinkerton. These songs are just disturbing. But just mental problems, girl problems, some really strange, bizarre, unique lyrics on here. So maybe we'll do a Weezer video if you guys are up for that. I'd love to do like a Weezer series or something, depending on what you guys want. I'm here for you guys. Okay, so moving on, we got a couple more. We're moving up into my upper echelon of albums, right? This one was really special to me, and it's by a band that not a lot of people have heard of. This is probably their more popular album. It definitely had their biggest hit on it that they actually didn't enjoy. You hear a lot of these stories about rock bands or musicians not enjoying that one song that just maybe became a little too popular. But this song, this album takes me back to a certain part of my life in 2003. I was a mall rat, and in high school, I sort of started hearing about this band, and they've just become the most emotional rock band ever. I actually got to see them in concert last year, and I've never been to a rock show where every person in the crowd was crying and hugging each other, and there was just these crazy emotional moments where there was a moment where there's two guys that were about to get in a fight in the middle of the crowd, and the band is cold. The lead singer, Scooter Ward, he stopped the music and he said, "Hey guys." And now a lot of musicians in this situation would, curse the people out or tell them to get the heck out of the show or call security on them. This is the difference between other rock bands and Cold. Okay, Scooter Ward, their bald-headed lead singer, he said, guys, and he reached out from the stage and he said, guys, he said, I love you. He said, I love you. He said, please do not do this. And the guys they were both kind of ready to go at it, and they kind of patted each other on the back, and Scooter Ward said, God bless you guys. And they hugged each other, and the show started. That's what kind of band Cold is. And I've been to some great concerts, but there was not a dry eye in the house with Cold. The lead singer, Scooter Ward, he lost it in the middle of a couple of songs. I think that's the lyrics. I think Eminem had a song, I almost lost it. No, Mike Shinoda of Linkin Park, I almost lost it in the middle of a couple songs. But there was a song called When Angels Fly Away, and it's about someone dying. And during the middle of the song, Scooter Ward just broke down. I mean, you could hear him sobbing. He basically put the microphone he didn't put the microphone down. He went back to the drum kit and sort of tried to compose himself, and he wrapped his microphone cord around his body like to comfort himself, because he was sobbing uncontrollably. And it was the coolest thing I've ever seen. I've never seen someone just completely come apart during a performance and it be good. Cold. This thing has that kind of emotion. My mom was sick at the time, and this has a lot of songs about Scooter Ward's wife and sister being treated for cancer. Produced by Chris Lord-Alge. I'm a big fan of his mixing and production. Howard Benson produced it. Really just great sounding album, right? Remedy, Suffocate, Cure My Tragedy, A Letter to God. And then number 4 is the big, kind of obnoxious single, Stupid Girl. A lot of people didn't get that the song was sarcastic. It's from this perspective of a man, a jerk, whose girlfriend wised up and left him, and he's essentially the dumb idiot saying, "Huh, stupid girl." But people didn't get that. They just thought it was a song where the guy's saying, "Stupid girl." Oh my gosh. Rain song, Sad, Happy, The Day Seattle Died, is about Kurt Cobain and Lane Stanley killing themselves. If you have strong feelings about Kurt and Lane, I'm gonna start crying again, guys. This is just powerful emotional stuff. Let me show you a little bit of the inside. This came with a DVD. It came with a DVD and CD. Fantastic. The DVD is not great, but you get some behind the scenes stuff. I love this album art. Oh, it's upside. I'm in a mirror, so I can't. There we go. I can't say enough about this album. It is perfect. It is a perfect rock and roll album right here, guys. Perfect. All right, we got two more perfect albums. 2 more perfect rock and roll albums. Yeah, all these are, they're kind of punk rock, and this one changes it up a little bit. This is a unique band with Travis Barker, Skinhead Rob, and Tim Armstrong. Tim Armstrong produced this record. Tim Armstrong is amazing. He's the cousin of Billy Joe Armstrong, and I can't get enough of anybody in this band. The Transplants. Haunted Cities. Man, this is one of the best albums I've ever heard in my life, okay? This thing is just wild. Some of the most original lyrics, some of the most original music. It's a combination of punk rock, hardcore, and hip hop. It's got features by Sin Dog, Booyah Tribe, oh man, Be Real, and Raka. And the rest is Tim Armstrong, Skinhead Rob, and Travis Barker. Holy crap. One of the best albums of all time. I'm not kidding. This thing is sick. This thing just crazy original. Crazy original, mind-blowing. And let me tell you, like, all the songs on here are perfect, but let me tell you about a little song called Madness. This album has a song called Madness. It is the best rap song ever in the history of ever. Okay. Albums that are 100% rocking. Okay, we went through a pile of them here. We've got honorable mentions. And then this one. Boom! Best album ever, guys. Best album ever. I'm actually, I love this one so much. I'm going to do probably a lot of videos on it. I could make a whole channel about American Idiot. That might actually be kind of interesting. Come on, guys. American Idiot. Jesus of Suburbia. I don't even have to look. I'm going to look anyway. Holiday. Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Are We the Waiting? You know, Saint Jimmy. Give Me Novocaine. She's a Rebel. Extraordinary Girl. Letter Bomb. Homecoming. And What's Her Name? Greatest album of all time. So just freaking amazing. What else can I say, guys? So we're gonna get you a nice little mosaic here, okay? Because you guys deserve it. I'm gonna get. I'm up to five quadrillion subscribers right now, but I really would like more. If you guys could please multiply. I don't know. Can animals have YouTube channel? Can animals subscribe to YouTube, buddy? I don't know what the rules are about that. I've got to get some stuff out of the way. I've got kind of making a like. Is anybody else like that's a YouTuber? Do you guys make a mess when you're making videos? Because this is like it takes some effort to get these going, right? Okay, we're launching. Are you ready? You're ready. You ready? You ready? You ready? You worry? You worry? You worry? You worry? You guys get that? I mean, maybe some of my Green Day references don't really flow. But check this out. This is gonna be okay. I can't tell the quality of this, but yeah. So you got Green Day's American Idiot. You got Cold's Year of the Spider. Man, so many of these are parental advisory. Well, maybe just those two. I don't know. Yeah, so that's parental advisory. That's parental advisory. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, the Linkin Park one is the edited version. Makes me so angry. But yeah, you got Weezer's Make Believe. You got Weezer's Pinkerton. You got Transplants, Haunted Cities. Go listen to it. I know you haven't heard it. Listen to it. Alkaline Trio's Good Morning. It was the album that really got me into them in a big way. Check that one out. It's perfect. Crimson is almost perfect. I think there's one song that's just nah. Float by Flogging Molly's perfect. Within a Mile of Home. One of my all-time favorite albums. Invisible Stars by Everclear. You know, darn near perfect, if not perfect. And Linkin Park's Minutes to Midnight. The edited version. The Bad Word version is even better. You know, for a long time, Linkin Park did not swear. They didn't swear on their first 2 records, I think. And then Reanimation, they kind of allowed other people to swear on their records. And then they kind of started swearing after that. I think, I'm not sure why they decided to start swearing, but you know, it's really that big of a deal. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. This has been my albums that are 100% rocking, and like and subscribe, please. Like and subscribe. Who's the man? That's the man in the mirror. The man. Hey, buddy, come here. What's up? Speak! Oh, good boy. You guys have a good night.